What's up, guys? One thing that was not on my bingo card for the day was buying a new steering gearbox because it is
Oh no! Our table is broken!
I'm gonna remove the steering gearbox. So to do that, it's 7:30 seconds long here, but I didn't have any in. And then there's like, it's outside, but an 8mm and like an 8mm. And then there's some clips over here. And there's an 8mm there. And then there was a bolt that comes right here. Now I don't have any power to the truck because I accidentally broke the terminal that goes with that. So we gotta buy 2 new terminals for that. Get that fixed. And then it is 3 bolts. And then the line's up here. So let's get to doing that. Alright, so there is a cover right there that you gotta remove. And then you got those 2 lines, and then 1, 2, and 3 bolts. And then you're gonna have to undo that cotter pin and undo that pitman arm and tie rod there. And then once you remove the 3 bolts and the lines, then you gotta disconnect the steering column once you remove that cover, and then you can drop it out. All right, so you pop those 2 lines off, like I did. They're 5/8, and then my dummy, it's not even me, but this snapped, so the truck has no power, and I'm not too sure what that is, probably for the ECM, so that needs to get a new terminal on it. We are gonna redo those lines, and then 3 bolts on the thing, and we'll drop down, but O'Reilly's closes at 9, so we're gonna leave and go get that terminal, and then slap this thing back together and take it apart yet. Me and Jeremy got the old one out, those 3 bolts, and the steering shaft. It is down here, and up there you can see the steer shaft and then bolts where it catches, but this thing nasty as hell. So here is the gearbox. It is musty and crusty. We have to get that nut off. It's an 1 5/16. So now we're at Jeremy's house, seeing if he has a big enough socket, and if he does, then we should be able to get that off. And I'll have to slap it on the new one, and hopefully with the pitman arm puller it comes off smooth. Alright, so sorry I gotta do a voiceover kind of thing for this, but right now with these, what I'm doing right now, and me and Jeremy, we are cutting this the red piece of wiring off, the tape around it and such. We're cutting it because what I showed you in the previous clips, that wire, and then there's a black ground wire as well that you'll see in the next clip. They are, I'm pretty sure what powers like the ECM in the entire truck, so when they're not connected, they don't have any power. So we're gonna put 2 terminals on each of them and then put them together. But I got super busy the morning of going to the Fass Dyno Day show, so after this and us splicing this one and then splicing the other one, that is the end of the clip, but that's pretty much it. That's why we're splicing them together, because the truck didn't have any power because I accidentally cut them off. There was a bracket that holds them 2 together onto the inner fender liner, and when I got rid of it, it Well, actually, it broke when I did it, so that's what we're doing now. And then, yeah, that's the voiceover, and then enjoy the rest of the video. There's one, and then there's those two. Where? Probably use those new ones. Also, sorry for the clip that has no sound. Let's just say Jeremy said some choice words that I cannot include. Fuck is. I cut it, didn't it?
No, didn't cut it at all.
Let's get your knife, brother. It might be enough. Why not?
Okay, well, where's my knife?
Your knife.
My knife, pal.
You're accidentally gonna cut the whole wire like an idiot. About cutting your goddamn finger, brother.
Just the fuck up. Fuck on my face, yo. Now we're gonna cut my finger.
Yeah. Ted. Somehow you're gonna have to combine those, brother.
No.
Kind of, but not really.
I had to combine, not me.
Alright, so we got the Pitman arm on, which I should put a video of that, but it's alright. There is a nut there and a little lock washer. It's 36 splines, and then this part will go in there. But it's easier to put this in and put your 3 bolts in right here. And then you look up here with the steer shaft. And the steer shaft will slide up, and then you can wiggle this on. And here's your bolt, and then where your 2 lines go. Get the bolt tight, and then you can move the Pitman arm and then get that bottom tie rod on. Okay, sorry for the sudden cut to this instead of finishing that job. We installed that steering gearbox, and I'm thankful for Levi and Derek finishing my truck. They washed it for me, and then we put up the stuff and cleaned up the mess or whatever. But we put the steering gearbox in, and then after you do that, you gotta turn the steering wheel back and forth. But also you gotta remember that on these trucks, the steering and the brakes are connected because they are... Hold on, I want to clip the Snapchat. Alright, so I got the Snapchat clip or whatever. But yeah, so we installed the steering gearbox and everything with these trucks. They have a hydro booster, so the brakes and the steering is all connected. So you pour it in, the power steering, and then there's gonna be a bunch of air in the line since you just took off the steering gearbox and all that leak out and everything. So you gotta make sure you turn the steering wheel and everything, bleed it out, and then it's good. I pretty much bleed it
pretty good, and then I had Levi finish it. Now, I don't know if it's completely bled. It's pretty decent. I drove it from my house to Nate's house, which was like a 10-minute drive, and it's done fine. Brakes are fine. Everything is fine so far. So we are going to Fass Motorsports today. They have a dyno day and like kind of a truck show, but it's gonna be like mainly just a bunch of trucks. There's free food and drinks. We went to their open house when it first happened, so we're gonna head over there, and then tonight is Cruisin on Lindbergh. I don't know if it's gonna be one video or two videos, but you'll find out in this video. So if I have enough clips, it'll be one, but I'll probably, if I have enough clips, it'll be two, but I doubt it'll probably just be one video, depending how long everything is. So we are headed there now, and I'll see you there. So we are pulling up now, as you can see. Already looks packed. Derek, Nate, kind of just showing you how we get into this place. Alright, hold on. Alright, well, if you looked at that video, you literally just come through here. And now it's a bunch of show parking. Enough videos that fast, but it was a pretty good event. I will now catch you at Cruisin on Lindbergh. Gonna head over there on, I believe, 44 down from Washington, Missouri. Cody and Levi's behind me, but Levi's going home, so we're gonna head up there, get a spot, and I guess hang out.